Hi, in this episode, we're going to talk about symbolic links. Now, symbolic links, very much like hard links, are a way to get access to a file through multiple different file names or directory links. However, the one difference with symbolic links is that it doesn't point directly to the same inode as its linked file. It, in fact, points to a file name rather than directly to the inode. It's more akin to your Windows shortcuts, where you'll have some file and then a shortcut that can exist somewhere else. Some of the characteristics of symbolic links include being able to symbolically link to a directory, being able to link across different devices, but of course, with the way that it works, the link points to a file name. So even if the original file gets deleted or even changes its name, the symbolic link can become broken or hanging and would stop working. In this next preceding lab, we're going to show how to create and work with symbolic links and how to identify symbolic links within your Linux file system. Stay tuned. In this episode, we're going to be talking about symbolic links. So symbolic links are, again, links that exist for files. So the reason why links even exist is because you don't want to be duplicating data across your devices, but you want to be able to link to the same data using two different file names across two different directories. So think of two files in two different directories having access to the same data. It's the first really form of collaboration without using, sort of any network technologies. So how to create a link between two files is, again, pointing, it's the ability to have two pointers to the same data. And a pointer in this instance is an inode. Every file has an inode, and even directories have inodes, and that allows the Linux to be able to find the data in that file in the hard disk. So an inode number you can think of as really the number in front of your house that allows, someone to type in your address in Google Maps and find your home and find where you are. So an inode number is data or a pointer to the data of a file. Now, with links, you are able to create another pointer to the same data, either by duplicating that inode number, or in the case of symbolic links, have another inode number. So symbolic links really, if I can show you, ls-l etc, and let's talk about a file called local time. And you can see that this file is actually linked to this file. You can tell by this pointer, right? And also this file descriptor over here, the L, represents that this file is a link, and then it's, goes on to explain the permissions and everything else like that. However, knowing that this is a link means that whatever's in this file is pointing its data to whatever is in this file. However, if I can show you, it certainly will not have the same inode number. So observe the inode number for this file, and let's look up the inode number for our zone info file that we have a pointer to. All right, so notice that they have different inode numbers, but the data in the file is going to be the same, linked by this symbolic link. To create a symbolic link is quite simple. You use the ln command, except you add a -s switch. So again, you choose your target, and then you choose your linked file. So target could be etc. Let's say I want access to this directory or some other directory or file. And now you can give the name of the link here locally. So you can give a name or without any argument, put a dot, and it'll create this link for this directory. All right, so I've already done this, so of course it's going to say file exists, but you can see that I have the access to the etc directory directly from my home directory, right? If I show you by typing the ls command, again, these are all the contents of the etc directory, but available to me through my home directory. So just remember, if you are linking a directory or linking across devices or across file systems, you can do a ln-s to create a symbolic link and access the data through another inode, but really it's the file itself is pointing to the name of some other file somewhere else. I hope you've learned something here, and I want to thank you for watching.